All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're uncorking one of Portugal's absolute best-kept secrets. It's a white grape called Encruzado. We're talking elegant, we're talking complex, and it's quickly becoming a huge favorite for wine lovers who are, in the know. So let's find out exactly why. I love this quote. It gets right to the heart of what makes Encruzado so special. For so long, this was just a local secret, right? But now, the experts, they're finally seeing it for what it really is, a true jewel. We're talking about a grape that can produce absolutely world-class white wines, the kind with just astounding complexity and elegance. So to really get this grape, you've got to understand where it comes from. It's home. We're heading to the Dow region in Portugal. And here's the thing, Encruzado isn't just grown there, it's like it's woven into the very fabric of the place. You really can't separate the grape from the region. They're totally intertwined. When we say it's the soul of the region, that's not just some fancy marketing talk. It's for real. Encruzado has been growing here for centuries, adapting perfectly to everything the local climate and soil threw at it. So, what does that mean for you? It means when you take a sip of this wine, you're not just tasting a grape. You're literally tasting the history and the unique environment of the Dow. So what is it about the Dow that makes it so perfect for this grape? Well, it's this amazing combination of things. You've got these mountains that basically act as a shield, protecting the vines from all the harsh weather. Then there are the soils. They're granitic, which gives the wine this really cool, stony mineral character. And the high altitudes? That's key. It means the grapes ripen nice and slow, so they get packed with flavor, but still keep all that beautiful, fresh acidity. It's like the perfect recipe for elegance in a white wine.
Okay, and this is where things get really interesting. Encruzado is kind of like a grape with a split personality. It's got two completely different sides, and honestly, they're both just as compelling. This incredible versatility is a huge part of what makes it so remarkable. So you can see the two totally different paths a winemaker can go down here. On one hand, you've got this fresh, vibrant, unoaked style. They make it in stainless steel tanks to keep it all bright and citrusy and zippy. But on the other hand, you get this rich, complex, barrel-aged version that picks up these amazing notes of nuts, honey, and spice. The best way to think about it is like Chardonnay, right? You can have a crisp, unoaked Chablis, or you can have a big, rich, buttery California Chardonnay. Encruzado has that same incredible chameleon-like ability, and let me tell you, that is super rare for a single grape. So that richer, more complex style, how do winemakers actually pull that off? Well, it definitely doesn't happen by accident. It's a really deliberate, almost artistic process. It all starts out in the vineyard and then carries right on through into the winery.
First off, it all begins with a super careful harvest. Then they'll ferment it in oak barrels, which is where you get that nice spice and structure. But the real magic, the secret sauce, if you will, comes from aging the wine on its lees. Now, lees are just the natural sediment left over. And what they do is stir that sediment back into the wine. It's a process called botnage, and that is what creates that incredible creamy texture and builds up all that deep, beautiful complexity.
Okay, now for my favorite part. What does this stuff actually taste like? And maybe more importantly, what should you be eating with it? Let's dive into what you can expect in the glass.
So here's the main thing you need to remember. No matter which style you're drinking, you are always going to get this signature balance of freshness and structure, that vibrant acidity and that distinct minerality. That's the wine's backbone. It's what makes it so fantastic with food, and it's also what allows it to age so beautifully. You can watch it evolve from being all fresh and floral to something incredibly complex and nutty over time.
And because of that versatility, it's an absolute dream to pair with food. If you've got the crisp, fresh style, think simple. Grilled sardines are a classic, but it's also amazing with sushi and sashimi. But if you have the richer, aged style, oh, that has the weight and complexity to stand up to some seriously hearty dishes. I'm talking about the classic Portuguese bacalhau com natas, that creamy cod dish, or even just a beautiful herb-roasted chicken. So good.
All right, let's wrap up by looking ahead. What does the future hold for this amazing Portuguese grape? Well, it's a story of both some pretty big challenges and some incredible promise. So even with its amazing quality, Encruzado is up against some serious hurdles. You've got climate change, which could threaten that signature acidity we love. And then there's the market. It has to fight for attention in a world dominated by giants like Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc. The reality is, for a lot of people, it's still a hidden gem, just waiting to be discovered.
But the flip side of that is that the opportunities are absolutely immense. Right now, people are actively looking for unique native grapes, wines that have a real sense of place, and Encruzado, it checks all the boxes. It's got proven world-class quality, it's a total star at the dinner table, and it gives you a truly authentic taste of the Dow region. It's exactly what curious drinkers are looking for.
So when you put it all together, the deep roots, that cool dual personality, this really bright future, Encruzado seriously has everything it takes to be a massive star. It's not just a local secret anymore. This is a jewel that's ready for the world stage. Which leaves us with just one big question to think about. Is this Portugal's next global superstar?